G'day, guys. Welcome back to the series again. I got another episode for you. Today, we're going to go through the routine I use or my scar protocol, I should call it, to heavily reduce the appearance of the scars, reduce the coloring, a lot of things. We're going to get into a lot of stuff in this video. I'm going to break down massage, bio oil, exfoliation. Now, I'm going to get onto the computer and we're going to show you how to obliterate your scar tissue, not just mine, anybody's. This is applicable to everybody and all types of scars, acne scars, surgical scars, I don't know, just a cut, a random cut from something, anywhere. So we're going to dive into some of the physiology and the pharmacology behind my routine and protocol as well. And basically going to show you how to absolutely obliterate it, destroy it, demolish it, whatever you want to call it. You're going to be able to get results similar to what I've got in the thumbnail. You see the redness in the before picture and the after. I'll put that one up on screen again. You can see the redness in the before and then how much lighter it is in the after. And I actually need to, put it in a certain light for it to be visible. Sometimes it's just not. So that's pretty awesome. So I can show you guys how to do that, and that's what we're going to do this video. But just a little disclaimer before we start, I should say. Before doing any of these things, if you're at all worried or hesitant or concerned, always chat with the dermatologist or your doctor, a GP, general practitioner for personalized advice. Everyone's got different skin, different nutritional needs. If there's surgical scars, or fresh scars, you would definitely want to check with a professional first, or be fairly certain that it is closed and it's healed. So first off, we're going to do the most important one, I believe, is massage. So when you're doing a massage, obviously, it's like giving your skin a workout, right? And you're trying to break down that scar tissue. So you want to always wait until the wound is fully healed. So usually 3 to 4 weeks, maybe longer. Like I said earlier, consult with a doctor if you're unsure. It must be visibly healed and closed. So, as I just said, if you're unsure, consult your doctor or dermatologist. For any smaller cuts and scars, like ones on your face maybe, or acne scars, we can use our fingertips to gently rub. So, like, for example, I don't have any scars on my face, but I'll do it for example. You might have a scar on your cheek here. So you gently want to rub and apply a bit of pressure to this cheek. For about 5 to 10 minutes a day. So I do a 5-minute session twice a day personally. But it's kind of like this you want to move the skin around. You want to move it around because we're trying to move the collagen and the skin cells around. We're trying to rearrange some of that collagen that's all stuck and hard and turn into scar, So yeah, you do that. If you have any bigger scars like myself, feel free to use a massage gun or any other appropriate massage tool that you have. You might have a smaller massage gun. I have a pretty decent sized one because the scars on my leg, I'll put them on screen now, but they're pretty substantial. So yeah, with massage, whether you're using the gun or your fingers, it does the same thing. It's really just about, you obviously can't, do a massage gun to your face unless, you're like a crazy looks maxer and you're bone smashing or something. But even then, that's insane. Don't use a massage gun on your face ever, please. I feel like I need to say that. But yeah, this is going to help break down any rigid or stiff collagen in your skin. Like I told you, the collagen that clumps up is scar tissue. And massaging this, punching it, it breaks it up. And this also helps boost blood flow to the site. So often after my massaging sessions, I get quite an itchy leg. That is because, yeah, you've just sent a hell of a load of blood there by stimulating the skin, the muscle, everything. So it's perfectly normal if you start getting itchy after a massage session. Don't worry about that. That's actually a good thing. It means you've done it properly, and the blood flow is awesome. So yeah, it also promotes flexibility in your skin. So obviously, I've got a pretty bad wound on my knee, or had it was quite squared towards the start of my recovery because it was such a big scar. The more I've bashed it down with the massage gun, the more I've massaged it, the better it's you know got at kind of adjusting to the skin. It's not as hard, you know. Um, yeah, it can also improve joint flexibility if the skin is located, or the scar, sorry, is located near one of your joints. Can definitely help. Definitely has helped my knee flexibility. It feels a lot easier to bend. It's not as crunchy and hard. And I know those descriptions might sound gross, but it's literally what it sounds like. I don't want to. Yeah, it's gross. It's just disgusting. It's the crunching sound, but like just always there. So if there's one thing you can learn from me, guys, it's don't ride motorcycles, or if you do, don't crash into a glass truck. Just don't. All right. I mean, I would have been in a much better situation if I didn't have the crash, but it doesn't work like that. But yeah. Anyway, continuing on with massaging, it'll also help reduce any raised scars. So a lot of my scars are quite raised. Um, and yeah, this helps prevent excess collagen buildup, meaning your scars aren't going to stick out above your skin, because it looks ugly, right? I have a lot of scars. They look ugly, unfortunately. They tell a beautiful story about my life though. Um, but we still want to get them to look as good as possible, because why leave them ugly just for the sake of it? Like, nah, this actually makes your life better, makes you more comfortable in your own skin, like mentally and also physically. Like it's yeah, incredible potential. Next up, we have bio oil. So this is I generally apply this after my massage, but we'll go further into that. What's so good about this stuff? You hear lots of people talk about it. It is really good, and I can attest to that from my own anecdotes. You hear a lot about it. It's a good product. So I mean, it makes sense. First off, it's packed with vitamin A in the oil, obviously, and this boosts collagen and elastin production, reduces fine lines and wrinkles and sagging, promoting tightness in the skin. So in your face, for example, you might get rid of some wrinkles if you start applying it. You can apply bio oil without even needing the massage, but the massage will definitely help. Even just, yeah, for older aging skin, the massage with the bio oil definitely is going to make you look a bit younger, a bit of those anti-aging properties. Yeah. But also what vitamin A does, now to get into the pharmacology side of it, once it enters the skin, it ends up communicating with the sebaceous glands. So these are the glands in your skin that produce the oil, the naturally occurring oil on your skin, right? Now, if you know much about acne, you'd know that acne is an excess oil production, excess discharge from the sebaceous glands, so to speak, and therefore clogging the pores with this oil, and the skin doesn't like it. It gets inflamed, it gets angry, it gets red. I had a lot of experience with acne when I was younger, so I do know a fair bit about it. The reason I don't have any resemblance of acne now, or maybe there might be one spot here, I don't know, I don't remember. I did. remember finding one a couple of days ago. I don't know if it's still there, or if it's hiding in my beard. But Accutane is what completely eliminated my acne. And yeah, I can go into a whole nother video on Accutane, but how Accutane works basically is it does the same thing. It controls these sebaceous glands and stops the release of oil entirely, basically. So you get a lot of side effects with that, as you can imagine. And I now have permanently dry lips, but it's better than having a fucking pizza face. I tell you that much. So yeah, it communicates with the sebaceous glands. And it's also worth noting that bio-oil itself is non-comedogenic. So that means it won't clog your pores, so you won't get, any irritation from using this on your skin. Maybe you might have sensitive skin and then you do have an adverse reaction. If that's the case, cease use immediately and, speak to your doctor about it if you want, if it bothers you that much. Otherwise just stick to the massaging, maybe finding what particular ingredient is causing you problems and then trying to find an alternative, because you can still take vitamin A and E oil separately. It's just not in one big product. So with it being in bio oil, it's in the one product. It's all together. It's all working together. It's easy, right? But also vitamin A also communicates with the melanocytes. Melanocytes are a part of your skin. How to describe this? They control your melanin levels, essentially, at your skin. So it's going to make it more even. It's going to give you a more even skin tone and fade any excess pigmentation. So any sunspots, stuff like that, dark spots, sun damage, anything like that, it can help reduce that too. So vitamin A is pretty awesome for all those reasons I just listed. But the next ingredient we have is vitamin E. This one is a bit more antioxidant, and it will fight free radicals. Now, I'm going to put a description of free radicals up on the screen because I tried to describe this and it just, it was messing with my head, so to speak. I never got too deep into chemistry in school. So a lot of those words, straight over the head. But that's all right. It also moisturizes the skin deeply by strengthening the skin barrier and therefore reducing inflammation. It is also very powerful at promoting collagen synthesis for elasticity, which also helps with our scars appearance. We've mentioned it before. It's another ingredient contributing to the same cause, which is what we want. So with application of bio oil, I generally do it after my massages. So that's twice a day. You want to massage it into your skin gently as well. This rehydrates the tissue. When I smash it with when I smash it with the massage gun, generally the tissue will get quite irritated or itchy and dry. So what I'll do is I'll put the bio oil on after, and that tends to rehydrate the tissue a bit and make it less itchy, and it also makes it look pretty dope. And after a few weeks of doing that, you will start to notice changes, for sure, without a doubt. Now, thirdly, exfoliation. This is probably my favorite part of the routine. It's the most satisfying for me. I love peeling dead skin. I don't know what it is. I think I'm a bit on the spectrum, to be honest, because I don't know. When I was a kid, I used to put glue all over my fingers and peel it off, and that was really satisfying, like as if it was my skin. Don't know why. Very weird. I'm a bit of a weird bloke, so get used to it. For exfoliation, though, we will generally stick to a mild method of exfoliation, or I do. So I'll do like a physical scrub once or twice a week, generally. A gentle scrub on your scars and a bit more harsh on your normal skin, just to get all that dead skin off. Because, exfoliation is really good, and I'm going to get into that right now. So there's another method of exfoliation you can use, which requires the use of chemical exfoliants. So AHAs or BHAs. I'm going to put a picture up because I don't remember what they stood for. Um, a lot of these are actually in common body washes, which I was very surprised by. I didn't know these even existed. But it did do a bit of research on these. It is worth noting that they're considered safe. If you have sensitive skin, though, you may experience side effects. So I have sensitive skin myself, so I'm not really interested in trying much exfoliants besides CeraVe. You know, CeraVe is very good for sensitive skin. Other than that, I'd stick to physical scrubs for exfoliation. But it's worth looking into if you really want to push it. You know, I don't think we should dismiss that just because I haven't tried it. So this process will remove dead skin cells. Obviously, physically you're going to literally scratch them off. Chemically, they're going to come off physically as well. So it's the same thing, really. It's just accelerating the death of the dead skin or the dying skin, I guess you could say. So this also promotes new cell turnover, of course, because things are dying faster. Your body needs to make things quicker. So this can fade scars and help even out, uneven textures. So some of my scars are quite callous and uneven and ugly, and this can help with that. Just literally, you got to be gentle on your newer scars to prevent any irritation or discomfort. You want to kind of smooth the surface without going overboard. We're like almost sanding back um, any material. We're sanding it back. We want it flat, right? We don't want to dip. We don't want to sand it so much that we create a fucking hole. So I hope that got the point across. But we're essentially slowly chipping away at the scar, like we've got a chisel, and the scar is our statue. We want to be very careful. We don't want to, hit the chisel so hard that we fuck our statue up. We just want to, slowly chip away at it, make it look pretty. Over time, your scars will be less noticeable by evening out the skin tone, the skin thickness and height as well, like how much it protrudes out of the skin. Bio oil will also help us out there, as I mentioned before, by communicating to the skin's melanocytes and evening out our tone even further. And you can see that in my results. You can see how similar the skin color is to my actual scar. Now, the older scars, I should say, the ones that are 2 years old. The ones that have been routinely operated on are still quite red, but obviously that's because every time I'm making progress, they're cutting it open again and opening my leg up. So of course it's going to be, a bit red and a bit orange because, yeah, your body can only take so much surgical intervention, to be honest. It was almost at a point where they were thinking they might have had to do a skin graft. And I think I did have a skin graft at one point, but I didn't need a further skin graft, I think was the thing. So, yeah, if you don't know what a skin graft is, I'm going to put a little description up now. I don't think I need a whole video for that. It was just part of surgery. It was just part of an operation at one point. So, is what it is. But the final step in this routine is probably the easiest one. It's if you got a protein shake, like where you have creatine, all your essential stuff for the day, get some vanilla collagen peptides because that's what I'm talking about here. Collagen peptides, right? These are hydrolyzed forms of collagen. So what that means really is they are pre-digested proteins that your body can absorb like super easily, like incredibly easily. So without needing to digest it as collagen, it's already hydrolyzed and ready to be consumed. So yeah, these are pre-digested proteins that your body can absorb super easily. They often come as powders or supplements you can mix into drinks or food. So like I just mentioned, if you've got a protein shake that you have every day, I'll have a berry smoothie kind of thing because I want all the antioxidant properties. It has kefir in it, Greek yogurt, lots of probiotic and yeah, lots of just good stuff in general. Put the collagen in there with that, whatever shake you've got there. Because when it comes to scars, collagen peptides will support the production of new collagen in your skin, like it's in the name. That helps rebuild tissue and reduce scar formation. So the key benefits of this include speeding up tissue repair, improving any skin elasticity, um, as similar to vitamin A mentioned before, to make your scars less visually tight. I don't really know how to describe that, but when you've got a tight scar, it's almost like the scar gets really, really close to the muscle, like the skin almost connects to the muscle, and it's almost like there's no gap between the skin and the muscle. So yeah, I'm gonna try to find a photo of that. But yeah, my scars used to be really tight, and they would actually create a lot of shape, a lot of weird shapes in my skin. But since doing this protocol, it's broken down a lot of the shape of the scar tissue and allowed it to kind of form around the skin so it actually looks normal, like normal skin. So these collagen peptides are also strengthening the overall wound site to like minimize any long-term scarring. And the dosage for collagen peptides, I'm taking about 10 grams today, but you can take up to 20. Um, yeah, I haven't taken 20 yet. I've just been taking 10 because I've already got plenty of protein in me. So yeah, always check with your doctor first if you have any dietary restrictions regarding collagen peptides. But why should I do all this, Coops? Why? Well, you have to remember, you're stuck with your skin for life. Personally, I do love my scars. They do tell a story about my life, remind me of what I've been through, sure. But they don't need to be bright red and angry all the time. And, I promise you, yourself and your skin will thank you if you follow this protocol. And don't forget the additional benefits just beyond appearance. These methods can also enhance skin flexibility, reduce tightness, making movement easier if the scars are located in joint areas. It can also boost your overall skin health by improving hydration and circulation, leading to a glowier complexion, which obviously that's very desirable in terms of appearance. It can alleviate itching or discomfort from healing scars, and it can increase your confidence in your appearance, which is invaluable. I cannot tell you guys how valuable it is to be comfortable in your own skin. And this definitely helps. If you're struggling with scars or appearance issues like that related to scars, this video will definitely help. If you have any more ideas for videos or suggestions, you want any more tips and tricks from me, hit me up in the comments, let me know. If there's any specific things you want me to go into and look into. Yeah, but if you're starting this protocol yourself, start out small, set those goals, but if you don't meet them, don't beat yourself up over it. Just track your progress, take some pictures before you start, see how you go in a few months. And if you get some good results, make sure to let me know, because I would be glad to have helped you. That would have made my day if you let me know that. So definitely do let me know if it did work for you. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up my entire scar routine protocol. So if you guys have any questions, as always, chuck them in the comments. If this was helpful to you at all, smash the like button. Absolutely fucking smash it. And make sure to like and subscribe. I just said like. Idiot. Make sure to subscribe and put notifications on because I'm going to be posting more. Little sneak peek. I might be doing a little wheelchair workout next video. Hopefully. All right. Don't get too excited. Hopefully. Cheers, guys.